And if you're not saying that wound that is on his hand is making him bleed, if you even see the wound is just an average wound. That's a scratch kind of wound. It's not a deep wound. So even if you have another reopening of that wound, you shouldn't soak your duvet, except it's a deep cut. And I'm sure that's where that toxicology came with, that 1.6 centimeter depth. And that's a stab wound. That's a wound that needs stitches. A 1.6 centimeter is either a gun, an accident, a serious accident. That's where you see a flesh coming deep inside, or you have a stab wound.
But the 1.6 is superficial. It's superficial.
Go ahead.
No, it's not superficial. Please don't say that. And that's what
the pathologist said. He said it's superficial.
Pneumonia.
What's in the pathology?
Talking of the density, I mean the deep, how deep
that's what they
the wound is.
Yes, thank you.
How deep the wound.
Yes, I agree with you.
Can I with ordinary
hold on. A superficial wound is 0.01 to 0.5%. Superficial is when you scratch your hand, like maybe when people are rushing, you're trying to pass a door, your skin scratches. All those kind of wound that sometimes you will see, you say, so I have this kind of injury. That's the kind of injury that you're having on Mohbad's arm. That forearm is not a severe one. So the sniper, I want to ask you, if you're going to say that kind of injury, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to ask you, because you're saying, somebody can scratch and it will open again. If you look at that casket, we have blood on the neck part. And if you look at the arm, definitely that arm would have faced some kind of scratch and everything. Why isn't there a bleeding from the hand part? Why is there bleeding on the neck side?
Imole, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, right.
Imole. Yeah, good. Yes. See, I'm just going by what we have in the CTC. I don't want to, I'm just going, analyzing the CTC. I was just trying to pick out a point. Do I believe what they said in the toxicology or not? I don't, but unfortunately, that is what we have at the moment. That is what we're going to talk about. You get, if 1.5, if they said 1.5 is superficial injury, yeah, come on. And you get what I'm trying to say. So we know that they are trying to mess with our head. But unfortunately, this is what we have to talk about. This is what we've got.
Yeah, do you understand? Hold on. Can I say something?
Go on.
Can I say something? Go on. That toxicology.
Moderators, why not bringing people up? I always can't bring them up.
I can't see their request. Paparano, I can't see their request.
Okay. Let me bring this person.
Sorry, you know what I was going to say? That no matter how much we feel that the toxicology result was altered, I will tell you, in every alteration, there is a truth in it. You understand me? In that toxicology result, there is a truth in it. Obviously, at that part where they said Mohbad's father bent neck, broke his neck, the toxicology came out saying the truth that the neck wasn't broken. But possibility, and I keep saying possibility, the injury is on the neck part, from the neck to the head part, to the jaw. It's sharp within the neck. You understand? Or the blade side where you have the shoulder, that's place where if you are skinny, people will say you have conga. It could be from there. Any of that place was where the bleeding or the stab might have been.
Imole, are you saying there was, are you saying there was stabbing like 100%? Don't forget Baba lawyer said there was no.
Hold on, listen to me. Which of the Baba lawyer?
Wiper, please, excuse me. Excuse me. Baba lawyer you were talking about, none of them saw that body. Let's just leave that part. Odumosu did not see that body. Let's just leave that part. Yeah. So please
let me clear myself. Please, excuse me. Hold on, please. The sniper, you are saying her because you're trying. When people do that, you're trying to put a word in my mouth to use against me, and I'm going to clear you off. Hold on, do not talk, please. I am saying, based on what I have seen, allegedly, assumption, and I'm trying to think what could have caused the bleeding on the head part in the caskets. You understand me? So this is what every critical thinking person should have at the back of their head. So you say, are you saying I'm not the toxicology and I haven't seen the body and I wasn't there? But based on the things I have seen, the images on social media, which even the people posted, the people who claim, oh, Mohbad is dead, posted, is what I'm speaking on. Based on the pathology's results. When you say 1.6 centimeter, you have to wonder, where was this 1.6 centimeter depth measurement coming from? Because what that guy has on the hand is not a 1.6 centimeter. That forearm, if you look at it, it is not a 1.6 centimeter. And it's superficial. Superficial is not even a 1.6 centimeter. From 0.5 centimeter upward is no more superficial. So when you're having 1.6 centimeter, you're having a deep wound. So back to what I was saying. I am talking based on, what I have seen and my own submission, like what I'm thinking could be. And anyone should, because if the police are saying, okay, they are confused and everything, one way or the other, everyone are listening and is helping them solve the clue, is helping them go through it and say, okay, yes, this might be the place where I missed it. So I don't think I've said too much, trying to put you back on track. So, and that's why I asked you the question, because if you're saying because it was that bruise that caused it, and earlier you were still arguing that Baba was with Wummi for 5 minutes, for crying out loud, back to that part.
I did not say Baba. Hold on. I did not say Baba. I meant the brother that came to BJ's live show.
Even if the man,
yeah, you can ask him questions.
Yeah, even if the man is not going to pull off a scarf. If you watch the video, I went online during the period they said some people were trying to attack. That's the day Karimo made a statement that they were trying to attack the sister. I went online, checked for video to see what happened at the funeral. And I noticed nobody, and I said it here one time, that only 2 people that I saw spoke to her. One person spoke to her, another person ran. The guy was wearing a yellow shirt, and I don't see the guy attacking. The guy went to the other side, which could mean that guy wanted to see a celebrity's wife. One, that's the yellow guy. Then the second person that I noticed in another video was telling them that they should please open her face, that she could fall, that the floor is slippery. They were like, hey, they should mind, leave her, we are taking care of her. There were about 3 or 4 women that surrounded her. And that's why I was saying, if indeed they were about to attack her, definitely men should be around her, not women. But she was looking safe and sound. She was looking secured, but she was covering her face with the white chiffon.
Nini, please, even when you went to go and watch the video, did you notice that her head being swelled?
Yes, please. In the other one of the videos, there's another video. If you go through it, go look at some other videos where you see it. You see the face, like the head pass.
I made the very first time that you look at it, as in the very first time. I know I can. Later I saw it. At least the very first time that you went to go and look at it. Do you notice?
I recently watched this during the Karimo stuff, so I saw videos where I saw her face swollen. Yeah, a part. If you even look at the cheekbone kind of side is a bit up. Then the head side too, there is a swelling. Yes.
Imole, you're missing. You're not understanding our question.
I'm telling you. She asked me a question when I watched it. I'm telling you when I watched it. I'm not saying September. I watched it.
Yeah, Sniper. She has cleared the thing. She said she just recently watched it recently.
The video I have seen,
because if it's recently, there's already people already said it, that I had it swallow and this happened. So she will have taken her time to look at it.
Yes, so I took my time. Thank you very much. So I took, because I watched different videos, because the sister accused, Baba sending people to attack in that last video. And in my head, I'm like, let me see those that wanted to attack. And I was watching and watching. You understand? So I wanted to see if indeed she had some, kind of face that is not current.
So when she's done, I don't think she's done. When she's done, you can continue.
Okay.
So based on that, I'm just saying that wound thing, for me, there is a step somewhere where you have the 1.6 centimeter. You understand? I'm only just coming in here to say, okay, because that wound, even if you have a slight injury, even if it reopens, first of all, there is a fluid that comes out before maybe a blood will start coming out. So if you say you're cleaning that is not enough to soak a duvet. And even from the video and picture we've all seen, that is not enough to have blood on Mohbad's head part, that ear side. It's not enough to keep
Imole, we're not arguing about that be. We're only talking about what someone else said regarding the cotton wool. She said, somebody else said in his own statement that he went to buy spirit and cotton wool in the morning. Was it in the morning or in the afternoon? That is what she's trying to clarify. That why is this person saying he went to buy cotton?
DJ Bami said he went to buy cotton wool and spirit, but before he got back, he had already gone to sleep. And if we are going by that, Spending said immediately they got home, they went upstairs and they were hearing noise, that it was only Adura that went upstairs that night again. So it's contradictory.
Yeah. Very.
So can we go on?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. But real quick, I just wanted to be sure that you had stated that Wumi said she had dressed the wound, or like she tended to it. Did she say she cleaned the wound at any point in time?
Did. She said she cleaned the wound. Yes.
She said she cleaned the wound.
Let me read it for you. Let me ask you, from the scene of the incident, you said the blood was not really gushing, just a drop. She answered, I didn't notice until he got to the room to meet me. She was asked, when he got to the room, was the blood still gushing? She answered, it wasn't. I already used my baby's cotton wool. So obviously she did clean the injury.
So she cleaned it, but did she use the mentholate, like the alcohol, like the spirit? She didn't use that, or did she just use the cotton wool? Like, cause she's not making any sense. Like, she cleaned it. What did she clean it with? Like, what did you use the wool to clean? You can't just clean a dry wound with just cotton buds or cotton wool. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if she's saying that she cleaned it with the alcohol, which is the spirit that they got. So what that does to like a wound is to reduce bacterial infection. So I don't know what she like, I don't know what she was talking about, at that inquest, because to be honest,
I think
when you use cotton wool and you use spirit, which is like alcohol, mentholated spirit, right, to like attend to a wound, you're reducing every form of bacterial infection as much as you can. And being that the cut was not that deep, and she's saying that it wasn't, she noticed it, meaning if she didn't notice it prior to then, that means it wasn't anything of a big deal. And to be honest, like, I don't know why, we're basing on that arm situation. Like, hopefully, like, it's the actual arm that he used to hit Prime Boy. If it was the right arm, fine. Do you understand? I don't think if he punched him, or he tried to punch him, his arm that would be like suffering. Do you understand? The arm can only suffer by getting inflamed due to the fact that his fist was already suffering from a hit, right? So if the arm was inflamed, that's understandable. Glass is crystal clear and it's plain, right? It's not rough. It's not gravel. If it was on the floor, if they said, okay, Mohbad fell and then hit his arm or something, or fell on his arm, then maybe there was stones on the floor. Then we say, okay, yeah, he hurt himself, and he cut himself really, really bad. And then he was bleeding that much. To my understanding, I feel like there was another cut or another hit or injury that happened, at the house that led to the pool of blood on the duvet. That's all I wanted to say. So, because if someone said he had an infection, or they said they administered some medications to him because, they were trying to avoid infection or whatever, like, it doesn't make any sense. Because, Wumi, if you have attended to the wound with alcohol and cotton wool, like, you have minimized every form of bacterial infection.
Or in this case, she never makes use of alcohol or the cotton wool. So definitely the injury was not, it was just a minor injury that that needed not to bleed the next day.
Didn't even have to use cotton wool. She could have just run water on his arm to stop the bleeding. Like, there's so many things that you people can do when it comes to first aid. You understand? Like, the mental, the spirit is not even the when first. When it comes to first aid, it's not the first thing to use. To be honest, like, you can just run water. Like, if your hand is, even if you have a deep cut and you're bleeding like non-stop, when you run water, like warm water or like, you know, lukewarm water on that arm, it would literally like it will stop the bleeding. It will still be bleeding, but it wouldn't be bleeding as much as, you know, it had in the beginning. So trust me, like, I don't know why they did what they did, or, you know, why they're saying what they're saying, but everything is just not adding up from the first inquest.